Timing is everything in real-time systems. Whether you're orchestrating ADC sampling, motor control loops, or safety-critical shutdowns, precise timing keeps your system reliable and deterministic. That's what clock and timer services deliver, the heartbeat that powers time-aware scheduling, task delays, and periodic execution. In this lesson, you'll discover how RTOS manage time, from basic tick generation to advanced timer precision and jitter control. We'll explore how tick-based and tickless kernels differ on responsiveness and power usage, dig into causes of timing jitter, and show you how to mitigate it using both hardware and software techniques. Understanding these mechanisms is essential for building embedded systems that respond exactly when they should, even under pressure. The system tick, a periodic hardware interrupt, is the backbone of traditional RTOS timing. A dedicated timer fires interrupts at a fixed rate, ranging from around 100 Hz to 1000 Hz, depending on application needs. This tick triggers scheduler updates, increments system timers, and enables timeouts and delays. Choosing the right tick rate is a delicate balancing act. Higher tick rates improve timing resolution and responsiveness, useful for systems with tight timing constraints like high-speed sensor sampling or fast control loops. But more frequent interrupts consume more CPU cycles, increasing overhead and drawing more power. Lower tick rates reduce overhead, boosting idle efficiency, but risk coarse timings, potentially missing critical deadlines. Traditional tick-based kernels generate a regular interrupt even when the processor is idle. This approach offers simple implementation and deterministic scheduling, but wastes power and limits timing precision during idle periods. The system can't sleep deeply. Every tick wakes it up, making tick-based kernels less ideal for battery-powered or energy-sensitive devices. Tickless kernels, by contrast, dynamically program hardware timers to interrupt only when needed, such as at timeouts or deadlines. This method boosts power efficiency and improves timing accuracy, especially during long idle periods. Timer resolution becomes finer, and systems can enter deep sleep without unnecessary wake-ups. However, tickless systems are more complex. They demand accurate calculation of varied dynamic timer durations, careful handling of timer overflows, and a scheduler capable of dealing with variable interrupt intervals. Despite the added complexity, for modern IoT nodes, wearables, and energy-conscious embedded applications, the benefits in power savings and timing fidelity can be substantial. Jitter is one of the stealthiest threats to the performance of real-time systems. It refers to the unwanted variations in the timing of events that are supposed to occur at fixed intervals. In a perfect system, an event meant to trigger every 10 milliseconds should do so with near zero deviation. But real-world systems are far from ideal. Even tiny variations, on the order of microseconds, can disrupt performance in high-precision applications. Jitter commonly stems from interrupt latency variations, which occur when the processor is momentarily unable to respond to an interrupt due to being in a critical section, executing a higher priority task, or servicing another interrupt. Cache misses can also delay execution, especially if critical timer or ISR, interrupt service routine, code isn't locked in cache. Contention on shared buses, such as DMA activity or memory access, can block time-critical functions from executing when needed. In high-performance or safety-critical systems like motor control, aerospace, or medical devices, jitter can lead to skipped control loops, instability, or even safety failures. In systems with audio, video, or wireless data transfer, jitter causes dropped frames, distorted signals, or inconsistent behavior. To control jitter, you need to understand both hardware behavior and OS scheduling delays under load. Real-time developers often use oscilloscopes, logic analyzers, or profiling tools to observe jitter in practice and track its root causes. Recognizing jitter early and designing your system to minimize it can be the difference between a functioning product and one that fails unpredictably. Jitter isn't something you can eliminate entirely, but with the right combination of hardware choices and software strategies, you can reduce it to acceptable levels for most real-time applications. Effective jitter reduction begins with the hardware. Choose a microcontroller with dedicated timer peripherals that operate independently of the core and ensure critical interrupts are prioritized to respond immediately. Lock timer-related routines in instruction cache to avoid delays from memory fetches. If your platform supports cache locking, use it to ensure these functions are always quickly accessible. On the software side, keep interrupt service routines, ISRs, short and efficient, and avoid calling complex logic from within timer handlers. This helps prevent interrupt chaining and reduces CPU load. Using tickless kernels allows the RTOS to schedule timer interrupts only when necessary, removing the overhead of constant periodic interrupts and improving timing precision during long idle periods. Another effective method is time slicing, allocating fixed time slots to tasks so that their execution remains predictable, especially when preemption is necessary. For multi-core systems, core isolation is a powerful tool. You can dedicate one core entirely to handling timing-sensitive code, ensuring no interference from unrelated tasks. Static memory allocation and disabling dynamic memory during time-critical phases also help prevent execution stalls. Finally, use profiling tools to measure jitter in real conditions. Look at how your system behaves under full load or during high interrupt activity. Understanding these patterns allows you to refine your approach and maintain microsecond-level timing accuracy, especially in fields like industrial robotics, power grid control, and automotive safety systems. Timing mechanisms aren't just for scheduling. They're foundational to resource management in RTOS, especially for systems handling different criticality levels or complex I/O. Hardware timers, along with interrupt handlers, allow precise, predictable resource allocation, ensuring tasks meet deadlines without collision. Using timing APIs, RTOS schedulers can enforce both periodicity and deadline awareness for memory or I/O access, enabling a form of temporal partitioning where critical tasks are guaranteed resources at the right time. This is especially useful in mixed criticality systems, such as those mixing safety and non-safety tasks. With proper timer management, an RTOS can limit resource usage based on timing, allowing high-priority tasks exclusive access at peaks, then gracefully shifting to lower priority workloads. This design ensures time-sensitive tasks retain responsiveness and timing integrity, even as they share resources with less critical functions. It's a powerful tool in building efficient, reliable, real-time embedded applications.